Hey guys, Mr. Bauer. This could be for 4th or 5th grade. It's April 13th. We are going to do another week of review, but good news, next week we get to continue in Bridges. So yes, so I will be your math teacher, 4th and 5th grade. 5th graders, if you're watching this from now till the end of the year, I'll be doing your 5th grade videos for math along with 4th grade in Bridges, just so you know. What I'd like to do now is over here on the board, I have my address in St. Clair Shores. So if you can't read my writing, it's 21708 11 Mile, St. Clair Shores, Michigan, 48081. And then your parents probably already have my email, but I wanted you to be able to have my email in case you have any math questions, okay? So in your possession right now, you should have, I think it's 2 or 3 pages of review, okay? So real quick, 5th grade, you probably already know this and you won't need a review, but I just want to review with 4th grade at least. So the first question is just a story problem, and I want you to figure it out. I want you to figure it out. I'm not going to give you any tips. If you use a sketch, you'll probably figure it out. And then what I'd like you to do, if you use a sketch to figure out the answer, come up with the equation that gives you the same answer, because you're going to be surprised, okay? So parts 2, 3, 4, 5 are just transforming either fractions to decimals, vice versa. I'll show you some. For number 2, writing an improper fraction as a mixed number. So real quick, it's just, if you remember doing this, okay, that's part 2. Part 3 is a mixed number turned into an improper fraction. Okay, so real quick again, 3 into 4 goes one whole time. You got 1 left over. That's this one. And remember, the denominators are always staying the same. Here you have 7 times 3 is 21, plus 1 is 22. Denominator stays the same. Part 3 is write each mixed number as an improper fraction. So if we have something like this, you guys will probably remember, okay? So the 1 whole doesn't change, and this is 25 hundredths, which is, that's also 25 hundredths right there, and you say it actually the same way. So this is 1 in 25 hundredths. This is 1 in 25 hundredths. So you actually say them the same way too. And then part 4 is write each fraction. Oh, I got these mixed up. Okay. That was that one. Okay. The next one was, let's see, I got mixed up because I didn't go over number 1. Okay. So the next one was taking a decimal and turning it into a mixed number. Okay, so that's also part of the review. And then I also asked you to take, I'm going to give you a dollar amount, okay? And real easy, you're just going to turn it into just the decimal. So it's really just exactly what it is without the dollar sign, okay? And then I also want you to turn it into a mixed number, just for review, okay? So you got a bunch of dollars that I wrote down, and you turn them into just the decimal by itself and then into a mixed number or some kind of fraction. Then we have just the greater than, less than type problems. I gave quite a few, I think 9 of them, okay? So you figure out which is greater than, less than. If they're equal, super. Okay? Then I gave one part, I'm not going to go over it because I think you'll know it. I gave you 10 decimals and you're going to put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, and I got lines there, you know, spaces. You can start least, go all the way to greatest. Good practice with knowing decimal placement. Okay. Then the last page starts with rounding. And if I just put up this number, for instance, okay, let's look at that number. And if I said, hey, round that to the nearest 100. Well, you're going to underline those hundreds. And right now, looking at it, you know that you have two possible answers. You have 3,400 or 3,500. Okay? Just by looking at it, that's our two possible answers. Okay? So when we're rounding to 100, okay, or tens or thousands, you can get to two possible answers. So with the number right next door, that's our indicator number that tells us if we're going to go up or down. And since the number next door to the 4 for 3,400 is a 2, we do go down. We do go down to 3,400. So that's rounding. The last part is I gave you 6 triangles. You remember doing this a while back. And it might be something like this, okay? Hopefully they'll look better on the paper. But okay, so I give you a triangle and you have to name it 2 ways. Remember doing that? You have to look at the angles. Is there anything special about the angles? Are they all acute? Is one obtuse? Is one right? Okay, that gives it one name. And then the other names are how the sides are equal or not, and how many sides are equal or not. Okay, so if we look at this, right now you're looking at this and you're going, well, that's a scaling, and you're right. Okay, so what this is supposed to be right here, that's supposed to be obtuse. My drawing is probably not very good. Hopefully they'll be better on the paper, but that's an obtuse scaling. Okay, 2 names for one triangle. One goes with the angle, the other goes with the sides. Okay, so that's what's on 3 pages of work. Okay, and you can work on it all this week. All right, you'll have other stuff. Dr. Couture is going to have stuff for you later tonight, or, well, tonight. And you'll have reading things to work on, but this is math until I see you again on video next Monday. Okay? Good. We'll see you.